Alright my friends, welcome back to a completely random video. So this is a challenge called the Baker's Dozen Scotch Egg Challenge by an awesome company called the Top Notch Scotch Egg. It's a handmade Scotch egg company based in the northeast that makes some amazing Scotch eggs. If you don't know what a Scotch egg is, basically it's a boiled egg wrapped in sausage meat typically, then breadcrumbed. They are amazing, I absolutely love them. I've not had a Scotch egg in a very long time, but basically this company contacted me and said would I be willing to take on their challenge and be the first person to actually try it out. So essentially, for this challenge, you get a Baker's Dozen Scotch eggs. Obviously, a dozen is 12, a Baker's Dozen is 13, and yet you get a variety of different ones. Now, this place actually specialises in one kind of Scotch egg, and this is it right here, the Kebab Scotch egg. So essentially, it's a Scotch egg, but instead of sausage meat, it uses kebab meat. How good does that sound? This is actually it right here. I've cut it open for you guys so you can kind of see it a bit better. But yeah, that meat on the outside is actually kebab meat. So there's actually a couple of different flavours here. The majority is the kebab one, just the original one. But there is also, somewhere around here, pork and black pudding. And then, sneakily, right at the end, over here, these ones are Welsh Dragon Kick XXX, which are super spicy. So we've got two of those to look forward to at the end. But essentially, for this challenge, it costs £25 to take part. If you can complete all of these in 13 minutes, that's 1 minute per egg, you get your £25 back, and I believe you get £10 cash. I'm not entirely sure, so make sure you check these guys out and contact them first, but I'm fairly sure if you can beat them within 13 minutes, you will get a £10 cash or maybe some kind of voucher, something along those lines. Also, happy Valentine's Day, by the way. I'm uploading this on Valentine's Day. I wish they hadn't included spicy ones, because I've got a feeling it's not going to end very well for me. So with that said, guys, this is the Baker's Dozen Scotch Egg Challenge. 3, 2, 1, we're going.
Alright my friends, strap yourself in tight, because what should be quite an easy challenge, well, as you'll see, turns out to be quite the battle indeed. So this is the Baker's Dozen Challenge, as I said at the start, and I'm the first person to take it on and basically set the time for it. But I kind of messed up at the start. The actual time for this is 15 minutes for anyone to take part. If you want to do it, it's 15 minutes to do it. And basically it costs £25. You pay the £25 up front. If you can record yourself taking these down within the 15 minutes, you will get your £25 back and some kind of other prize. I'm not entirely sure what it's going to be yet. It's either going to be maybe like £10 cash, or maybe a voucher for more Scotch eggs. I'm not entirely sure, so make sure you contact these guys if you want to take this challenge. But yeah, essentially, it's 13 Scotch eggs. Each one of these Scotch eggs is around 200 grams, roughly, somewhere around there, which makes this challenge over 2 kilos of Scotch eggs. And yeah, it's definitely quite an interesting one. The ones that I'm currently eating are the Kebab Scotch eggs, and like I said at the start, it's basically a Scotch egg wrapped in kebab meat. Doesn't get much simpler than that. Now, I've got to say, typically I'm not a fan of kebab meat, I've said that many times. But I've got to say, these are actually quite nice. They've got quite a nice saltiness to the outside. And in general, you can't really taste the kebab meat too much. It just kind of tastes like meat, I guess. The only problem that I was having with these is these are really dense. Like, these are compact. I mean, honestly, if you were to chuck one of these at somebody, you would literally knock them out. But I want you guys to keep watching right to the end, because trust me, this goes downhill very fast. So I actually managed to get the first few down pretty fast. I think I was averaging around 40 seconds-ish, that was actually pretty good to start with, but as I slowly get through these, it becomes quite a problem. And like I said at the start, the ones nearest to me, the two nearest to me, shall I say, are actually really spicy ones, which I wasn't really anticipating, which, well, if I get to them, you might see that causes a bit of a problem, because me and spicy food really doesn't go well together. Another quick thing, I just want to say happy Valentine's Day to you all. Hopefully you're spending it with your partner, and hopefully you're having a good time. And another quick thing I just want to say is happy Valentine's Day to you all. I'm uploading this obviously on Valentine's Day, so hopefully you spent it with your partner and you had a good time. But with that said, I'm going to leave you guys to enjoy the rest of this video, because let's just say it gets pretty intense. Alright, we are now on to the spicy ones. Just thought I'd quickly jump back in to explain what's happening here. This is where things go downhill very fast. So when you're trying to speedy, obviously you're not really chewing too much and you're just trying to swallow. Combine that with spicy food. Yeah, my body really didn't want to swallow these last ones, as you can see. Only question is, did I manage to get through them without being sick? Well, keep watching.
my god. Alright, so there it is. So the time was actually 15 minutes to beat. 10 seconds off the time. That was so much harder than I thought it was going to be. They are so dense. I don't know if you saw how much I was struggling at the start. They are so compact. And I don't know if you saw what happened with the spicy ones, but I started to gag quite bad. Oh, it's giving me goosebumps. They were quite spicy. They weren't mind-blowingly spicy, but they were enough to make me not want to swallow it, which is why I was gagging. But there we go, the Baker's Dozen challenge with 10 seconds to spare. Oh, that was definitely a difficult one. With that said, it's time for dessert. Alright, so I am back with quite a random dessert. It's a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be, so I apologise about that. But this is from a company called the Protein Bakehouse. I actually reviewed a few of their products before, but this is something special they've got for Valentine's Day. Now, like I say, it's not the biggest thing in the world. I'll move it closer so you guys can see. But essentially for this, you get 12 of these little heart-shaped bites. I've gone for white chocolate and Biscoff for these ones. You get 12 of those. Then you've got this geometric white chocolate heart, which is also filled with the Biscoff, I do believe. It's either the Biscoff or there's like a lemon one. But I'll have a link down below, you guys can check these out. This is no longer available as of Valentine's Day. So by the way, happy Valentine's Day. And yeah, basically I'm just going to finish these. There's not a lot of calories here at all. I think there's probably less than 300 calories, I'll be honest. But you know what, it doesn't really matter. Just a little bit of fun. It's still going to be enjoyable, I know that for a fact. Oh, and also it came with a little Valentine's joke. If you were a fruit, you'd be pineapple. Wow. Alright, so here they are. There's little Biscoff hearts with white chocolate on the bottom. Oh yes, sweet. Almost tastes like toffee. The white chocolate's quite thick as well. Oh, and I should point out, these are actually packed with protein and have a lot of fibre in them. These are actually really healthy. I think for each one of these, like 13 calories. And they are really good. You couldn't tell that they're healthy. I actually wonder how many of those I could get through. That would be a scary number. Right now, I think this is literally just the same thing, but it's got white chocolate on the outside and then the same thing on the inside. I should point out this came in like a little display box, but for the purpose of this, I got rid of the box. It's the lemon one. Oh, it's like a lemon drizzle cake. That is delicious. That is really nice. Also, it is a different day, in case you're wondering. I've changed hoodies. That's because I was waiting for these to get delivered. And we are done. They were delicious. A very small dessert, but my next video is going to be very sweet, so it's fine, don't worry about it. When I say sweet, it's going to be probably one of my biggest sweet videos that I've ever done. So be on the lookout for that. But guys, with that said, thank you so much for watching, and of course, I will catch you in the next video.